Welcome to Open World Survival Podcast, Episode 8. We are camless this evening. This evening, after a day of work, we are a party of 4. I'm domognarigato with Godpile, Patty90X, and Mystic Fox. KevDirect is stuck at work. Well, not stuck at work. We knew he was working, but yeah, that's the situation we're in. So I didn't want to be the only one on cam. It was awkward. Sometimes in open world survival games, it's hard to come by food and drink, and I actually didn't have a food topic this evening. And when I mentioned that, Pat mentioned that for the second podcast recording session in a row, he enjoyed some delicious chili dogs. Yet again, it has become a podcast recording day tradition for him.
Funny thing is, I didn't know we were recording when I got those hot dogs.
Yeah.
So
Are they good? Are they like really good hot dogs?
they're decent.
They're decent.
And it's
Okay.
I don't know if I mentioned this the last time. They're also the cheapest thing on the menu. So, and surprisingly, they are out of the 3 options that I would get from this place. So they have the 2 chili dogs, they have a grilled chicken sandwich, and they have a hamburger, right? The chicken sandwich is like $10, and it's not good. The burger is also not good, and it's like, I want to say it's more expensive. I think it's like $12, and again, not good. And then like the chili dogs, so 2 chili dogs, a bag of chips, is like $4 or something like that.
Whoa.
So you could be
Okay.
sucking down 4 chili dogs for the price of a chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
And then on top of it, I get a faculty discount.
Okay. Oh, dang. You could almost be sucking down 6 chili dogs for the price of a chicken sandwich or a burger.
And then what started it all off, the reason that I've started on this chili dog kick, is because the president of the place that I work at, every year, for everyone's birthday, the place that I work at, they get they used to get a gift card to this place. And it's a coffee place mainly, but it has some food items. And I was always just like, I'm not going to eat there. It's overpriced, and I don't like coffee. Well, I found one of those gift cards after I found out that they had chili dogs, and they weren't that expensive. And it was a $20 gift card.
Oh, man.
So it was like a bunch of free lunches.
Just raining dogs.
Yeah.
For $20, you could probably hit like almost a dozen dogs with your discount.
I mean, I think I ate there. Yeah. I think I ate there like 5 times off of that one card.
Wow. That sort of relates to the alarming statistic I brought up when you mentioned your dog consumption. Because you mentioned the person working was already like a dog man, like was already prepping your dogs when you were walking up.
Yeah. So I mean, to make it worse, the guy doesn't know my name, but he knows that I ordered 2 chili dogs. Although he did get my chip order wrong today, so that was kind of disappointing. I normally go with barbecue, and he went plain.
But yeah, that I brought up the statistic that the average American consumes 70 hot dogs a year, and I mean, Godpile, you were shocked by this statistic.
Yeah. I like hot dogs, and there's no way I come even close to that.
I really like hot dogs too, but I think I intentionally avoid them because I know they're not good for you. You know,
yeah. So like,
I might have 2 foot-long conies a year. from Sonic.
Yeah, in my daily normal life, where I'm eating at home and things like that, I don't eat hot dogs for the most part because nobody else in my house will eat hot dogs because they're all too fancy for that, apparently.
Biscuits and gravy. And,
Yeah, they want like actual cooked food. I don't know. And yeah, so I don't eat a lot. Like the last time I did get hot dogs when we had our blizzard,
mm.
and they came in a pack of 8. Mine came in a pack of 8. I ate all 8 of those hot dogs.
Dang, you're gonna hit 70 like by summer, dude. Like,
but but like before eating at the this place, this cafe, and the blizzard, like I didn't eat them because like I would go to Sonic and get a foot long coney
mhm,
probably more than twice a year, but probably less than 5.
mhm. Yeah.
So does a foot long count as 2
I
for
was gonna
this
say, do you think?
this
I would,
average?
yeah.
I was thinking, does
I
a foot long
mean,
count as 2, and are corn dogs rolled into this hot dog statistic?
that's a good question.
Because I
Uh,
do really like a
I
fair
guess
corn dog.
you gotta count a corn dog too. I wasn't considering that. I do have corn dogs every now and then.
But yeah, that's our food talk for
Godpa's like, yeah, now I easily.
Yeah, never mind, guys. I'm hitting like 200 now that I think of corn dogs.
yeah, that's our food talk for this episode. Um, well, I was editing episode 7, um, to transition to the main topic for episode 8. While editing episode 7, um, the wheels in my mind got turning because spin-offs and, you know, supporting characters got mentioned a few times. And that got me thinking, who are some uh, supporting characters, side characters, even minor characters from properties that we enjoy that we think would make a good main character in something? Um, I'm trying to think of some spin-offs that kept coming to mind. Like sometimes they fail, like Joey from Friends got a show.
Mhm.
They didn't even show all the episodes, and then I think at the end of last year they released the unaired episodes on YouTube or something, or Netflix. I don't remember. Frasier was a spin-off from Cheers, right? And
Yep.
uh,
Mm-hmm.
but there's a lot of characters in some shows that like I really resonate with and I like, and I think um, could lead something. Before we transition to that, I did try and think of a title for your BRAC Hanna-Barbera Homeowners Association show.
Ah,
And
okay.
what I came up with was um, it could be stylized like HOA, like in big, like an acronym, big
Uh-huh.
letters, and it would stand for Hell on Earth. But the E in Earth would be lowercase, and the A in Earth would be capital. And then I think it would even kind of sound like Brack's voice sounds. It'd be like, Hell on Earth. Like go look up some Brack show content on YouTube. Listen to his voice. I feel like having it stylized like that would kind of sound like his voice. So Hell on Earth, lowercase e,
All
capital
right.
A.
All right.
Yeah,
That's the
gotta
best
I
I could
didn't
come
think
say,
up with.
I didn't think about it at all. Yeah, I completely forgot.
But yeah,
told
Pat, I think you were gonna kick us off with
yeah,
your idea.
told the wife about your Brack show idea. She loved it.
Oh, is she a fan of the Space Ghost family?
She was more specifically Brack, but
Okay.
Wow, a
yeah,
dedicated
Okay.
Brack fan.
yeah.
All right.
But yeah, she loved it.
One more
So
question. Godpile, did you see the Easter egg I left in episode 7?
Ah, crap. No, I forgot to look. God, you told me to. You told me to look too.
You got to make sure. You got to make sure my sister's watching it with you.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
little quick insert there for her. But yeah, Pat, please take it away.
So as I was alluding to you guys a little bit earlier, is that I have two main ones. I got some more if we need them, uh, but two from one property. Now I think the first one, it could be argued whether he's a side character or not.
Ooh, this comes up for
Mm,
one of mine as well. Is he? How much
So
of a side character is one of mine? Was a
right,
debate on
right.
mine.
mm-hmm.
So the property, Gravity Falls.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good one.
The character, Grunkle Stan.
Grunkle Stan.
Yeah. And it would be a prequel
Hmm.
Mm,
I like all this.
to and him in his, the decades that he spent as a con man, getting kicked out of towns, and all the crazy schemes and get rich quick schemes he would come up with, and how they would play out and how it would go wrong, and the just the situations and the characters he would meet. I think that would be a show that I would watch. Uh,
You can even get
but
like a little more like grown up with it compared to Gravity Falls.
yeah, and I think you could also have, even though it's like it would be more of a comedy, probably you could still have some serious moments in there as well.
Hmm.
Uh, and him dealing with his relationship with Ford, and you could even get to the point where Ford goes missing, and
Hmm.
uh, having to deal with that and things. So, and just his journey that ends him up in Gravity Falls.
I like it. I like it.
yeah, it's good. And yeah, and since the audience has aged up, yeah, it being a bit more mature,
Yeah.
it's all good.
Oh
Now the
man,
problem is that Gravity Falls is owned by Disney, and Alex Hirsch would need to be involved in it,
I
or it
mean,
just
it's
wouldn't. It
Disney
wouldn't.
Plus feels weirder now since
Hmm.
Hulu's going away, and so all the Hulu content's on
Yeah.
there. There's some
Yeah.
stuff now, like you'll pull up Disney Plus, and it's just like, wow, this doesn't feel like Disney at all.
Yeah.
are you still picturing this animated?
Yes. No, I don't want a live action. No, don't do that, please.
Yeah, I thought about that for one of mine. Would I change the medium? But I
And
don't think I
yeah.
would.
So in the discussions beforehand with the wife about this, and like coming up, trying to come up with things like, and she's telling me things, I'm telling her things, and I'm like, why is everything we're coming up with animated?
Mm.
Like, what are we, like 12? I don't like. Why can't I think of anything that's
It's
like a live action show? Like,
it's the Xenial urge for nostalgia. We've all got it. But yeah, great premise, great character. I mean,
Yeah.
cool.
all right, but I have a second one
And you said it's from the
from
same
Gravity
property.
Falls.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's from Gravity Falls. This one, I think this one's more fun than following Grunkle Stan around, because you can go anywhere that you want with this one, I think. And it, like, yeah. So I'll just tell you guys about it. This one would be with Bill Cipher.
Okay.
and it would be an anthology, and it would be Bill
I love
Cipher
it.
traveling through dimensions to different worlds or universes,
Mhm.
and the chaos he would cause.
Is
And so it would kind of be like a Twilight Zone, and I kind of imagined like Bill Cipher as like acting like the host in the beginning, or
Yeah.
the
Oh.
narrator from the Twilight Zone at the beginning of each episode, and like talking about it, and then he goes like right into the episode of what he's like, what chaos he is causing in this episode.
Is Gravity Falls is the show that supposedly is connected like distantly to Rick and Morty? Is that like a rumor?
I never got into Rick and Morty, so
I thought people have pointed out
yeah.
there's like some portal stuff going on there, but yeah, that would be like this is a cool idea because like you could even play up that connection. Like,
Yeah, I mean, if there is, I mean, you could like obvious like if you wanted to, and Disney was good with it, you could connect it to other Disney shows, or
oh man, yeah.
I mean, you could go into Marvel stuff, uh, like
You could do a
you
whole
know,
what if episode with Bill Cipher.
right,
Like,
right. I mean, you could go into Star Wars, like
Hmm.
yeah.
I'm a
so.
s-
There's
I'm a sucker for anthology stuff,
Hmm.
Twilight Zone type stuff. So
yeah. I mean, I
yeah,
love
I'm all
Twilight
about it.
Zone, and so yeah, like thinking about like what would Bill Cipher be good at, and what kind of show he would be good at, and so I thought something like that would be a lot of fun because it doesn't have to be serious. It can change tones from episode to episode.
So
Like
you're not envisioning some sort of like redemptive arc for Bill where he like I
I
don't
don't,
know
I,
learns.
I don't think, I don't think so. No,
Yeah,
I don't think Bill Cipher's learning a lesson.
right. You had mentioned before we got started that both of your choices were from the same property, and when you said Grunkle Stan, I was like trying to predict your next character. And I was like, man, is he gonna pick Pacific Northwest? Like,
No, like because I do love Gravity Falls. So I was like, I mean, there's so many good characters though that you could
hmm
choose in that. So like now, obviously, I went with those two, but like you could like another one I thought about was Seuss.
yeah,
Uh,
Yeah.
you know, but
Waddles. You could do Waddles.
yeah, I mean, I thought about Waddles too. Like, uh, yeah, not too long ago, I saw just like a YouTube short where Neil deGrasse Tyson was talking about where he voiced when Waddles could talk. He was the voice for Waddles,
Oh man,
and
he,
so
he could get his whole own show and just do the like inner thoughts.
yeah. So there's just so many good characters that and you could even go more side character than that and go with some of those more obscure townspeople
Hmm. Yeah,
characters too. And I think you could still make a decent show out of them as well.
I watched all of Gravity
Or
Falls.
some of the creatures.
Oh yeah, like the gnomes.
Yeah.
Get into like the gnome society. Yeah, I watched all of Gravity Falls with my kids. It's a very nostalgic show for me. So yeah, great choices.
Yep. Watched all of it with my oldest.
Hmm.
The younger one doesn't have the attention span.
Yeah, a couple years, a couple years.
She liked it at first, but it was like, this is boring. I want to go do something else. Like, yeah, okay.
Well, thanks for sharing, Pat. Two solid choices. I like them both. Mystic, Godpal. I don't know if either you want to go next. I don't know how many each of you have. I could jump in and do one because I was wondering if Pat might pick this, and then we can go to you, one of you guys, if that's cool.
Sure.
Okay, sure.
So, one of mine, because you mentioned Avatar: The Last Airbender on consecutive episodes, I was
Yep.
like, is Pat gonna go to Avatar again, just like he
It was
went
on my
to Chili Dogs multiple times in a row?
list. Purposely avoided it.
Okay. But yeah, I put Zuko.
Okay.
But specific.
Not. I will tell you, not the person I had on my list
Ooh, okay.
though.
There are some other good ones I think you could go to from Avatar: The Last Airbender. But specifically, I would do Zuko after The Last Airbender ends and he becomes Fire Lord. Um, but like after he has children, and it would just be like a parenting show. So just like Zuko trying to like handle toddlers and stuff like that. Um,
So like a sitcom, like a
Yeah.
family
yeah, like maybe
family
like
sitcom. Would there be a
still
laugh
animated,
track?
still animated, but yeah, maybe something like WandaVision, but it's Zuko instead of instead
Okay,
of
yeah.
Elizabeth Olsen. Um, and I've only really watched like I know like in Korra he's mentioned. I've only watched Korra like one time, so I can't really remember much.
He does
He,
appear.
he appears, and he's
Yes.
older, and so like he's had a family. His children are grown, but I don't know who like
Yeah.
canonically
So
he marries. I don't know how many children, but it could just be him and whoever his wife is, and they want to be like, they don't want to have a lot of servant or like, uh, what are they called, like wet nurses helping. They want to be involved in their children's lives. They want to be like hands-on parents, so they're not
wants
getting a bunch of help.
to have that childhood he didn't have.
Exactly. Um, so yeah, it would be like Zuko, like, you know, potty training his kids and changing diapers and stuff like that. And yeah, just like
Not burning scars into their face.
yeah, not burning anything. But yeah, Zuko, I mean, great character arc in The Last Airbender, and then this would be like a much lighter show. I see this as like a run of like 6 episodes. It's like a short thing.
Mhm.
But yeah, still animated.
Yes. I'm trying to remember back to Korra. I know there's a son, but I want to say there's also a daughter.
I feel like that's what I remember as well.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've watched Korra. I mean, the son is pretty easy because the son's name was Iroh.
Hmm. Another great character. Another great character.
Which is who I had on my list.
Oh, cool. Yeah, yeah.
The problem with mine, and one of the reasons I avoided it, is because you have the potential to make everyone hate a lovable character there.
So you were thinking like, do his life before Avatar?
Yeah, so
Because I was thinking do Iroh, but as like Billy Blank's Tybo style workout along with Iroh videos. Because like when he gets in shape in jail and he gets like just like ripped from working out in the
yeah,
prison, it would just be like his prison workout like DVDs, and it's like workout along with Iroh.
right. I was thinking war criminal
Yeah.
Iroh before his son died. Like,
Right.
but you can also see that he's a flawed character and that he realizes his upbringing and how he's been propagandized and how he
Mhm.
comes out of it and how he loses being the Fire Lord, which makes him and he realizes that he's always suppressed these feelings of kindness to try and fit in, and just the human struggle of trying to fit in where your family thinks you should, and how you feel you should fit in.
Yeah.
And then
So we
that
really
he's-
went.
he sees that, and obviously later on he sees that in Zuko, and how Zuko struggles with it.
That got deep. I went the opposite. I went the opposite way with my Iroh series.
Nope. I don't want happy go lucky. I want, this is sad. I can't believe this has happened. Like, yeah.
I mean, I
Like,
know it's
my favorite thing right now is Andor. So like,
Oh yeah.
and I think I mentioned that to the wife the other day, and she was like, "Yeah, that would be great if they could make more of that." And I was like, and spoilers. So if anybody's never watched Rogue One, before, if you want to skip 30 seconds into the future,
It's been what, like 8 years? They've had enough time.
I mean, it's been a while. It's like, they die at the end of that.
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
I remember watching
it's like that's why it's one of the greatest Star Wars stories ever, is because like it's so sad.
I went and saw that in theaters with my wife, and she was like so shocked they died at the end, and I was like, babe, like, I knew this before we came in here. Like, this is how the story ends, and then it transitions to A New Hope. Like, she didn't know anything, so she took it pretty hard. I mean, she did cry when Optimus Prime died in like one of the Transformers movies, so she cries in a lot of movies.
Yeah, I am all for killing off characters. Like Stranger Things, I was like,
Oh
I was
man.
telling, again, the wife, I was like, this person should die. And she was like, I'd hate the show if that happened. And I was like, no, it'd make it better.
Man, that should be a whole episode at some point. How would we have rewritten that last episode? But yeah, Zuko was mine, and we can jump.
Sorry, I hijacked and got a third in there.
No problem. No problem. Iroh's another great option from that. Mystic, Godpile. Anyone, please.
Okay, I guess I'll go. Let's go with. We've been talking shows. I'll do a movie.
Nice.
This, and I think it would also be a movie. These characters are from a movie. I'm imagining it would be a movie. Walter Sobchak and Theodore Donald Karabatsos, aka Donnie, from The Big Lebowski.
Nice.
So I was thinking, there's a couple different ideas. The one I think possibly has like the most, just from the little bit we know of the two characters, is I'm thinking of something like a holiday dark comedy. And like we know Walter's ex-wife is Jewish and Walter converted. And so maybe a Jewish holiday. I am not too familiar with the Jewish holidays, and they all seem very, serious and full of prayer and fasting and stuff. So I don't know exactly which holiday would be best if this was the direction. But maybe a situation where maybe this is before Walter and his wife have divorced, and so they're still together. And either they end up in a situation where Donnie is with them, it's like stuck with them, or they're stuck with Donnie, and so it's kind of like a vacation type movie with them together, since they have such a volatile relationship, even though Donnie is so chill. Walter loses it on him all the time.
So it'd be like National Lampoon's Walter and Donnie. Like,
Yeah, that's kind of the idea. The initial thought was maybe a road trip movie. I was like, that
ooh,
could be good.
okay.
Yeah.
But then it started turning more into like, well, maybe they need to be like stuck in a spot together. But also like a road trip movie, I was kind of thinking Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, since they kind of have a relationship like that
Yeah.
and that. So that was kind of my, just because I'm a big fan of Big Lebowski, and I'm actually kind of confused. Was there a Jesus spinoff? I remember,
From the Big Lebowski?
yeah, I remember something. I meant to look this up. I forgot.
I mean, wasn't there like a Super Bowl commercial or something like that?
Well, I think that, yeah, I do think there's been some like little things like that, but wasn't there
Oh,
like a
with
show?
John Turturro?
Yeah, with
Jesus Rolls?
Turturro and his character. Yeah, his character's named Jesus, and he was a bowler.
Yeah.
And it was like it's got to be
This is a movie.
it's got to
2019.
be a spinoff.
Yeah, 2019. The Jesus Rolls.
But were the Coens involved at all?
Directed by John Turturro, written by John Turturro, and two other guys,
Okay.
starring John Turturro.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, it's
I've
him
never
and
seen that.
him
I
in a
guess I need to check that out.
him in a purple shirt with a purple bowling ball, and
Yeah, see, that's what I remember. I was like, well, this has got to be the character.
has a 4.4 out of 10 on IMDb.
Hmm.
Oof. Ouch.
But yeah, it didn't.
Well,
It came out in
hopefully,
2019, so they didn't really strike while that Lebowski iron was hot, if you know what I mean.
no. Hopefully, my Walter and Donnie spinoff will perform better.
Um,
More likable characters, I think, with that one, and they're not, they're not pederasses. So
I'm when you mentioned a road trip movie, I started thinking of like Walter and Donnie as like an over the hill, like a past middle-aged version of like Jonah Hill and Michael Cera from Superbad.
My God.
Um,
I guess the body types are there.
I don't know how many more you got, but I wanted to use that to transition to another one of mine because
Okay.
I also had a sort of Superbad-esque premise for this character. I always enjoyed the cartoon from Cartoon Network, Ed, Edd and Eddy. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with Ed, Edd and Eddy.
Yeah.
But I thought Double D, the smart one, could get like a spin-off animated movie. I say animated, but this is where I struggled and thought maybe they could do this as like live action, where he goes to college. So like, and this is also my pick where there's debate if he's not a main character.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because according to Google and just like people's thoughts on Reddit, some people think all three of them are main characters, and some people think Eddie is the main character.
Yeah. I can see that argument.
Yeah, but this was the first guy I thought of, and when I went and checked that on just Googling it and AI overview and Reddit, I was like, I'm gonna throw him in there. But yeah, Double D, a movie where he goes to college and he's got to make some new friends. He's got to sort of assimilate into like find a new friend group, find where he belongs. It would almost be like I put super bad, but it could also be like, do you remember the movie with Jack Black, Orange County?
Remember it.
Where
That's a
How would he not know?
masterpiece.
where I forget that dude's name, but he goes off to college and he realizes like he has in his mind he's imagining what it's gonna be like, but it's nothing's ever quite like you picture it in your mind before you go experience it. So yeah, the Big Lebowski spinoff with Walter and Donnie made me think of Superbad, middle-aged Superbad, and sort of along the same lines, Double D and sort of maybe a Superbad type movie or Project X type movie. It could get like really crazy, or like The Hangover, something like that.
Now you just got me thinking about Orange County.
Underrated movie.
It needs a spin-off. There could be a spin-off of the Sean. Is that Colin Hanks' character's name?
It sounds familiar.
Someone was named Sean. I can't remember if it was Colin Hanks or not.
I'm just trying to. Was Jack Black saying, "Sean, I need your piss. I need your piss."
Yeah, something like I remember their mom saying Sean a lot. Wow, Catherine O'Hara, R.I.P.
Oh yeah, she's the mom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean Brumder.
Brumder, yeah. Sean's friends. They could get their own movie.
The guys
we'll
in the
yeah, we'll be out in the van. Yeah, picking each other's butts. Yeah, naked. Huh? It's fine with the picking each other's butts, but not the naked part.
That's too much.
Huh?
But yeah, that's one of mine. So if you wanna jump to your next one, Godpile.
Well, I mean, we can get Mystic to jump in since we've been kind of hopping around.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Mystic, you got something?
Sure. I mean, I'll go with a movie. Yeah, sure. I'd like to mainly just have more backstory on the character, really. Luna Lovegood from Harry Potter.
Oh, this is freaking great. God.
I'm not a big Potterhead. I have seen the movies. That's the blonde girl, right?
Yeah. The pseudo Ditzy character.
Yeah, when
Oh, okay. I was not thinking Ditzy. Okay.
when we went to
maybe not Ditzy might not be the right word, right? Like
that's why I said like pseudo.
Like,
It's just like
like-
it's like no one
more
else
like-
understands what she's talking about.
yeah, more like
aloof.
Aloof. Yeah, that's a good word to describe it. Aloof, or maybe a little absent-minded.
Think of Godpile. Think of your
Yeah.
niece, my child, your niece. This is her favorite character. When we went to the Wizarding World, Jesus, 9 years ago. This is the wand she picked out, I think, from the freaking Ollivander's wand store. Yeah, aloof. This man, Mystic has some of my favorite picks in the last 2 episodes. Man, I didn't even think of
Well,
this.
it's just a lot of stuff that everyone's like, oh, you're a weird. Why would you think that? And then it's like us, the viewers, like, no, she's actually 100% correct about everything she said.
Yeah.
So are you thinking like after the movies?
Yeah, I mean that's the easiest, because I mean, not to go in the weird Potter theoryism, but it's like there's the theory that she's like the snake girl that I can't think of, Nagini, where it's like her family is cursed to morph into an animal.
Oh. Huh.
Luna namesake being, maybe they're wolves, because I think it's canon that she marries one of the
It's Commanders.
people like not ever mentioned in the movie. It was like, but his name is also a pseudonym for Wolf. It's like that's weird.
Well,
And then it's like, okay,
his name's Rolf.
that's yeah, because I think it's like in a different language it means wolf or something like that.
Mhm.
And it's like, because her mom is almost never brought up, and it's like just the weird theory that if the mom was one too, and then what if Luna was talking to her mom as the beast, and then the dad showed up and then thought she was being attacked and killed her.
Oh God.
And like that would explain why he doesn't mention the mom in any. It's like he's terrified of mentioning it. It's like that would be kind of cool to see if any of that would ever get fleshed out.
So is this not in the books? Is this just like fan stuff? Because I've only seen the movies. I love the movies.
Mostly,
I haven't
yeah.
read the books.
There's a little bit, because I guess the biggest part is that her name is Luna for like the moon, and then like the person that she marries in the cursed child is a pseudonym for wolf or whatever.
Mm.
And it's the fact that it's like everyone gives her shit for being the strange kid, but she always seems to know exactly what she's talking about. It's like, oh no, she tells Harry that he's not crazy for seeing the horses that you can only see when you see death, but we don't know who Luna saw die, so that because she knows the horse is there. So it's like, did she see her mom die?
Well,
Because there's one of those holes that we don't have.
I didn't know all these like fan theory details. But yeah, great character.
Yeah.
Great character. Coincidentally, Rolf is another character from Ed, Edd and Eddy. I didn't even think of him, and that would be interesting as well. You got somebody else, Mystic, besides Luna?
I mean, I got a couple of them. I got some
Cool,
short
cool,
ones. Captain Shakespeare from Stardust. He's Robert De Niro.
Oh.
Okay.
It's like I would just like a little spin-off of just them on the boat
Mhm.
doing pseudo pirate stuff. That'd just be fun, just because it's Robert De Niro.
All right. Book I have read. Another Neil Gaiman book.
Yep.
Yeah, you made me think of Anansi Boys when you mentioned Neil Gaiman when I said Sandman last episode. Godpile.
Yeah, I mean, just so many of his stuff has been made into things. What's the other
Oh,
novel?
It's a TV series. Oh, this might be a different. Oh no, wait.
American Gods. American Gods got made into a show.
Yeah.
Good Omens was made into a show.
Oh, Anansi Boys is unreleased. I wonder if it's gonna get released.
What's it? There's one that was old. It was one of his first things. I think that was made into a show. It was a BBC show maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty low budget. I watched it, but at times it was a little difficult to watch. It was so low budget.
You got more Mystic? Or we want to popcorn back to Godpile?
Move popcorn around.
What do you got, Godpile? Because I got a list I could run down after you go, but I've only really thought about two of them.
Okay, I can hit. Let's hit a video game. I'm a fan. I mean, it's been made to a show, Fallout. I'm a big fan of the show. I'm a fan of the games. This character is from Fallout 4, though. Would it be a video I could see it as a video game. I could see it as a series. I could see it as either. And that is Nick Valentine from Fallout 4.
Mhm.
He is a synth. If you haven't played Fallout 4, they are androids created by the Institute. It's just one of the factions in the game. But he's like a old-timey, hard-boiled detective. And like he talks like that, and like, he has kind of the look, but he's this old, busted up android. And so he just had a cool vibe. He ran his own detective agency. I think it was just called, like Valentine Detective Agency, something just generic. But yeah, I just felt like he was, you could have him as a companion in the game, so follow you around and help you out. And yeah, I liked his vibe. I like detective movies and shows, and I feel like there's a ton of backstory in the world of Fallout, and just the Institute, and post-apocalyptic detective story. I just thought would be cool.
Would it be before he's all busted up? Would it be like sort of at the peak of his detective agency's,
See, I'm
success?
not. Being honest here, I can't remember how much you actually found out in Fallout 4 about his backstory. If you did find out a lot, I don't remember. So I don't, you know, how old is he? Like, there's different generations of synths. I remember that. I don't quite remember what the most advanced ones were, either third or fourth, maybe generation. I don't know what generation he was. He's definitely
It says a
different.
unique advanced second generation synth model.
Okay. Yeah, he's definitely different than most of the synths you run into in the game. Because he's not, like, so many of the synths are either hiding out as, human. They're just disguised as humans. You don't know they're synths.
Mm.
Or the ones that you can tell are synths, they're, they try and kill you. They're anti-human. Uh, and so, yeah, I don't really remember his whole deal, and so I don't know where it would fall. I was just kind of thinking, because it's cool, because it's also like his detective agency, and I don't remember the name of the city. It's within the
Diamond
ballpark.
Diamond City.
Yeah, Diamond City. Yeah, and so like that whole place is such a cool vibe because it's a city within a MLB park.
Mm. Cool.
And so like that, it's a, looks cool, and then the city around the park, is all destroyed and stuff, and yeah, just all of it's cool vibe. uh and I think, yeah, it could either make a good game where you're playing as Nick Valentine, or it could be a good TV show as well.
Very cool. I'm picturing like a LA noir style
Mhm.
Fallout game. Yeah, I like it. I could not think of any game characters. I don't know. Do you ever feel like your mind just gets locked in on a certain medium of like when you're trying to
Yep.
do
Yeah,
this?
I forced myself to like, got figure out a video game. I started trying to
Yep.
just think about like what games I like, and I eventually settled on Fallout because I'm also enjoying the TV show.
Well,
So
I had to go on like a little mini road trip today for work. Actually, I also ended up eating lunch in a dining hall today, Pat. Um, and on that road trip, I had lots of time to think. And then this show came to mind. And I remember there are so many great characters in this show. And I'm going to run down a list where any of these would be entertaining to me. But then I've got two scenarios that I put more thought into. And that show is The Venture Brothers.
Sheesh.
And there are so many characters that are just so funny, and they only show up a little bit. Hank and Dean, if they got their own spin-off shows, I would be interested in watching those. Dr. Orpheus, if he got his, you could do like sort of a father-daughter type of thing with Dr. Orpheus and Triana. Um, the Alchemist, if he got his own thing, I don't really know what kind of scenario I could picture him in, but I always thought he was a funny character. Recognizable voice, I forget the voice actor though. Molotov cocktease. Just great character concept. You could do like, sort of an episodic thing of like a bunch of her missions. Either concurrent with the Venture Brothers or before or after, whatever. I could picture Cat Clops and Tigerific as like sort of a cat duo, like maybe trying to go go straight and not do crime anymore, and they're trying to become like stop crime. But yeah, Cat Clops and Tigerific would be funny. And then the two I put more thought into. Henchmen 21 and 24. I know, spoiler. 24 eventually dies, but if you did 21 and 24, but like a series that's kind of like slice of life, and they're just doing really, really mundane missions and chores for the Monarch, like going to the grocery store or going to get the oil changed or something like that. To Immediately when I thought of 21 and 24, I went and watched the clip on YouTube of when when they're gonna start henching again, and one of them's like humming the like Star Wars music, I think. It's great. I'm gonna put the link in the description. You should watch that. Anyone who listens to this. And then Speedy. Do you remember Speedy? Anyone who watched the Venture Brothers?
I don't think so.
Speedy is in about half of one episode, maybe a third of one episode,
Okay.
and
Alright.
is strangled to death in Mexico by Brock Sampson. He it's when all the henchmen are like jumping Brock and trying to kidnap the boys, and Brock grabs Speedy by the throat and they can't get him off, even though they pump him full of like 100 tranquilizer darts.
I remember that thing. I still don't remember Speedy.
and he's the skinny little guy, and it's like one of the other random henchmen is like, man, he's really on there. And then another henchman comes up and just shakes his head like, nah, he's goner. And then they just trank Speedy because he's gonna die. Anyway, they bury Brock Sampson, and they bury him, and his hand is still around Speedy's neck, and so Speedy's just buried with him. But Brock survives. He gets out of the grave. But I'm picturing Speedy like resurrected with some, like magic ritual down there in like, I don't know what town they were in, like Juarez or something. And maybe he's on like a resurrected zombified Speedy, and maybe he wants revenge. But yeah, I'm surprised nobody remembers Speedy.
Yeah, remember the scene? Didn't remember that it was because it was just he was just a henchman, right?
Right. Not even a full henchman. They were just like, I think it was 21 who was like, "Oh, you'll get your wings after this mission." He hadn't even gotten his wings yet. So all the other Monarch henchmen, they're in the costume, but they got the butterfly wings. Speedy didn't even have his wings, and he was like just really wanting to get his wings, and he thought he was gonna get them after this mission. And then, Brock Sampson just brutally strangles him.
I mean, it seems like that's a screaming anthology series. Each episode could cover different stories from different characters from Venture Brothers.
That's true. Like, just like a expanded, like, Venture universe. The
Yeah.
EVU. Yeah, and everyone, like, just what's going on with them, like, concurrently. Like Hank and Dean are in college. Speedy's a resurrected zombie, and Cat Clops and Tigerific are, like, opening a, detective agency just like Nick Valentine. But yeah, that was my big list of just great characters from a great show. I have one more, and if you don't remember Speedy, I'm sure nobody is going to know who my last guy is. So, anyone who's got anyone left, I'd love to hear your other picks.
Yeah, I got. I had trouble not thinking of just when it came to movies and TV shows, not just thinking of actors I like, and just being very biased and just like, yeah, I want more of that. I want more of that. And then I would think like, well, is it really actually because of the character, or is it just the actor? And so the reason why this one came up to mind is because I love the actor Sam Rockwell.
Okay.
Big fan. Anytime he's in something, I'm immediately was like, okay, got to see that. And I had avoided comic books just because side characters, get their own comic eventually. If they're popular at all, then they're gonna at least get a little mini series, solo mini series. So then I'm kind of like, well, they've already been a main character in something. So I was just like, well, let me just avoid comics. But when I thought of Rockwell, I then was like, hey, let's go Justin Hammer from the Iron Man movies.
Yep.
He's just a poor man's Tony Stark. And he kind of ends up like equipping lots of Iron Man's villains. So it seemed cool where, like, sure, it's in the Marvel universe. There's going to be maybe some of the superhero stuff going on in the background just because of his involvement with bad guys, really. But I'm thinking of it more as like a Succession or what's other just like industry type shows of just, it's more of like the business. It's about the business. And I don't know. I really don't know the character. I was not familiar with Justin Hammer until the movies, so I don't know if there's more to him in the comics. Like, does he have a family? Any of that kind of stuff. But Succession was very family oriented. So that might not be the best example, but it's still all about the business and the jockeying for control. And so like a dark comedy drama kind of thing set in the MCU, with it being about Hammer Industries. I thought there was something there, some substance.
Cool. I'm looking up a little bit about Justin Hammer. Sam Rockwell did a voice for him in What If, the second season.
Ooh,
so there is a little more Justin Hammer content out there. Oh, in the comics he's British? He's English?
I don't even know.
Yeah.
I think I've seen images of him, and he looks way weirder than than just Sam Rockwell.
Yeah, this image, he's red and he's wearing like a Hugh Hefner-esque blue robe.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, are you thinking live action? Because like there is some more like animated stuff in the second season of What If. So live action, Sam Rockwell.
Yeah, I was thinking live action. There's more examples of those shows. I guess I really haven't watched that many of shows. I don't. Do you consider like those business type shows? Is that in the same vein as like political drama? So I guess it has the same vibe in a way.
Hmm.
Office politics.
Yeah, I'm not very familiar with shows like that. I don't watch a lot of shows like that. Also, Godpile in the comics, Hammer's child becomes uh, a villain.
Okay. All right. Well, that's definitely something there.
Crimson Cowl, I guess.
Hmm.
Wait, I don't know, villain or uh, anti-hero. I don't know, but yeah, yeah. So there's a comic book content out there. There's stuff to work from. I
And
dig it.
then my other idea didn't really think too hard into it. Was Star Wars, and there is just so much Star Wars stuff out there. But I personally, I want more. And I was initially thinking like Jedi. I don't know, like Jedi buddy cop vibes kind of a thing. But then like Jedi usually they're with their master, they're with their Padawan. So I don't know if the buddy cop vibe necessarily works for that. And then when I just started kind of just looking up different Jedi, I was like, well, maybe I can just find one Jedi that you know is the guy. And the first name that popped into my head was Kit Fisto, just because of the name. And then Plo Koon kept coming up because he's a really popular Jedi. But then I saw Mace Windu and was just like, well, hell, let's get I could just drop the buddy cop thing. I mean, don't have to drop the buddy cop thing, but it was like, well, let's just get a Mace Windu Tarantino movie.
Oh, okay. Jeez, man.
We'll just get Tarantino and Sam Jackson do their thing together, again, and but it's in the Star Wars universe. But
What?
I have no further idea on that.
I don't know. Could you picture Cal Kestis in like a buddy cop scenario?
Which one's that?
No. Cal Kestis is the one from the video game.
Yeah, yeah. Fallen Order.
Yep.
And Jedi Fallen Order in 2019 and Jedi Survivor in 2023.
Which are both good games. Good
Okay.
stories. Enjoy both. He's also in at least one book as well, which is good as well.
Yeah, I'm always like lost on timelines, so like I don't know where Cal Kestis falls in with like these other dudes. Like
Yeah.
He is.
Kit,
That's the big issue
Kit
when you
Ahsoka
look up
and-
Jedi is because they're all dead. So it would have
I mean,
to
they were
be-
alive at some point.
Right. So it would have to be before the Clone Wars, like before. It wouldn't have to be before the Clone Wars, but
And you can always just make up new ones that are alive, just hiding.
yep,
Very true. Or
Well, I mean,
did you think about like just sort of fast forwarding and like Grogu becomes like a buddy cop, like links back up with with Mando, and they just go on like a buddy cop adventure?
now Mando's like old and grizzled.
Yeah.
You
I'm
can see
too
his
old for
beard
this shit.
coming out of his
Yeah,
helmet.
I'm too
Long
old
gray
for this
beard.
shit. Yeah. Mando's just like Danny Glover from Lethal Weapon.
Yep.
I mean, it'd be pretty cool to see Grogu slam his shoulder back in the socket on a chair as he's screaming,
And
while
then like
Mando's sitting on a toilet set to explode.
and then you can see like Grogu like fist fighting someone in the rain while Mando stands on the sidelines like fuck him up, fuck him up. Lethal Weapon shout out to anyone who's unfamiliar. I don't know if you guys got any more, Mystic or Godpile. I got one left, and I think it's probably the most obscure, and no one will know who the fuck I'm talking about.
I'm spent, so it's up to you
Yeah.
two. Or
I mean,
three.
it's like- I had two, but it's like they basically just feel like the previous ones, where it's like it's just a spin-off because I wanted more of it, but we just did that topic.
See, I like your Luna Lovegood idea because it's like, I mean, I'm not gonna hate on it because it hasn't come out yet. I haven't seen it. Like the Harry Potter reboot like series. What's it coming out on? HBO Max?
Yeah. HBO.
It's
Yeah.
like, why reboot a movie series that ended like what, less than a decade ago? Like, do some new content. Do Luna. Do like other characters that are cool. Do Neville after the war or something. You
And
know?
that's the thing. It's like you have all the characters. You've already established that the majority of them probably have kids. Take those kids and have them go and do the stuff.
Yeah,
It's like you don't need the same exact characters.
you could do Neville. I think Neville becomes an Auror, right? Like you could do Neville as like a badass Auror,
Well.
like. But yeah, if you don't have anything left that you want to share, I'm gonna do my last one. And has
I've got
everyone?
one
Okay.
as well. That's a video game. You can go first.
So, back in the day, like before streaming services were popular, if I was doing something, I would just put on a DVD in the background for background noise. And I had a small rotation of DVDs. So I might be playing like some COH and I would throw a DVD in so it'd be on in the background. Or I might be doing some homework and do the same thing. And one of the DVDs in the rotation was Ocean's 11. So George Clooney, Brad Pitt, and then an ensemble cast. And there was one character that I always thought was hilarious because he was the most awkward character in the whole team. So, have you guys all seen the movie Ocean's 11?
I mean, way
I have
way
not.
back. I think I saw it once, way back when it came out.
So I've probably seen this movie over 50 times, just in the background while I'm doing other stuff. But I know this movie well. So one of the team, because there are other like really famous actors on the team, like Don Cheadle is in it. I think Eugene Levy is in it. Matt Damon. Anyway, one of the unknown guys is just like a really, really awkward, like computer nerdy IT guy. And the character's name is Livingston Dell. And he's super awkward. Like they joke about his anxiety. Like when they're recruiting members for the heist team, they're like, "How are his nerves?" And Brad Pitt's like, "Not so bad that you can tell." But yeah, he's known for being super awkward and super nervous. And one of his main scenes is he has like stuff written on his hand that he has to like follow, like a map, and he's sweating so much that he like wipes his face and then can't read it. Anyway, at the start of Ocean's 12, spoiler for like a 25-year-old movie, probably older by now, they get the money at the end of Ocean's 11. At the start of Ocean's 12, the people they stole from are like going around and finding them and shit. And I always thought it was really funny what he did with his money. So they heist, he gets, X amount of millions of dollars. I don't know, 15, 20, 25 million, whatever. So he quits his job and he just starts doing stand-up comedy. And at the start of Ocean's 12, you get to see part of his stand-up comedy bit. And then the hitmen who are, trying to track all these guys down are like in the audience, and it's so bad and so cringe and awkward because he's a terrible stand-up comedian. And it's like, it's so ridiculous. A guy with this much anxiety and nervousness, you wouldn't think he'd want to do stand-up comedy. And so I just thought that was so funny that that's what he did or was doing at the start of Ocean's 12. And what makes it more entertaining to me now is that he looks like, and also sort of has similar cadence and delivery to Mark Normand, the stand-up comedian, who's like quite successful. Where he's like very dry and like, if you're familiar with Mark Normand's stand-up comedy, he's kind of cringe and awkward and has very dry delivery, and they even look the same. So I was thinking Livingston Dell, but you would just be like seeing his stand-up bits, and he's either trying to like break into the stand-up comedy scene in Austin, or he's just like, or he gets accused of like ripping off Mark Normand, but like his bit, but then he's like, but I've been doing this for like 30 years. So yeah, that is a really obscure minor character.
And he's I just looked him up, and he looks familiar. I've definitely seen him in stuff before.
Mm-hmm.
He's from New Orleans.
Oh,
Mark is from New Orleans.
Norman's from New Orleans. I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
Like the character or the actor?
The actor.
Oh. Well, there you go. Yeah, so there could even be some sort of like, Spider-Man meme where they're both pointing at each other and they're like, hey, stop stealing my bit. But yeah, that was probably the funniest thing about his character to me, is that he was so cringe and awkward and had so much anxiety, but he wanted to do stand-up comedy. And so he gets all this money and he does it and he sucks. And he even jokes about like bits he's gonna try and do while they're setting up the heist in Ocean's 12. And he's like, yeah, I think I can get 10 minutes out of that. But yeah, super obscure. He could even be like a Mark Normand impersonator, or tribute comic. But yeah, if anyone else has anything left, please.
So I've got one left. I didn't work out. Again, this is one of the less fleshed out ideas. But have any of you played... My mind just went blank.
It's like, no, I'm not familiar with that game.
On Nintendo, where you move to a new village. Super popular game. Why can't I think? Animal Crossing. Yeah, no. Animal Crossing.
I've never played it.
My child plays it quite a bit.
So yeah, in Animal Crossing, there's a character. He's always in the games, and his name is Tom Nook. And he is the one that is always setting up like your new house, and you borrow money from him and all these different things. And I think it'd be interesting to learn more about that character, and maybe even have a game where you play as him.
Oh yeah,
I'm not sure of all the details there.
I've seen this guy.
But he's a raccoon.
Mm-hmm.
And he always seems like he's kind of doing some shady things. like loan sharking or
Well, you know this. You know the weird story about that, right?
I'm sure I've probably heard it, but I
It's like
forgot.
all the children that play it hate Tom Nook, but then it's like all the parents that have played it. It's like Tom Nook is a great guy. It was like, yeah, you have to pay rent, but he doesn't overcharge you. He's like he's real
Yeah,
lax if you miss a month. It's like this guy is awesome. And all the kids are like,
like you
"Man,
have
he's always wanting money. It's like that's life.
yeah, he like there's no time limit on paying your stuff back. Like just pay it, pay it back when you can. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, so I don't know. Seems like an interesting character.
Are you thinking like like what he
I,
did
I
before he came to the island type of thing?
I did think about that, and I was joking again with the wife about that because during the pandemic we got pretty into Animal Crossing, and I was joking with her, and I was like, maybe he has like a failed cult or something, and that's why he has like all this land, and he's like, well, if I can't be a cult leader, I guess I'll be a capitalist.
I was thinking like maybe he's in like witness protection and he used to be into like racketeering or something.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could go with like the mob connection. Yeah, but
He's got a sleepy face as well. Could have had some
Yeah.
like mafia nickname back in the day.
yeah, and he does like in the one for the Switch, he does bring in his nephews.
Yeah, I'm seeing that Timmy and Tommy.
Yeah,
Those are
And
very like old world Italian like mob names.
Italian raccoon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So Matt, have you played Animal Crossing or Mystic?
when it first came out, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you had mentioned it at some point for some console, but I couldn't remember.
I want to say it was the 360.
The 360.
Yeah. Maybe
That's an Xbox.
or no. Yeah, the GameCube. Yeah.
Hey. I mean, it's a three-dimensional shape.
Well,
3 dimensions, 360 degrees, whatever.
Very true. Square.
What you mean?
All these
You
Square
mean
console
Nintendo
boys.
would never let one of their IPs go to another console?
Yeah. Nope. Well, I guess this might. They released so on Switch you can get the old console games, right? They just released Virtual Boy games
Oh.
for the
Wow.
Switch, but you have to have either a $100 headset to slide the Switch into,
Oh my god.
or you can buy a $25 cardboard headset to slide the Switch into to play the games.
Oh, like headset, like sort of like goggles type of thing.
I mean, like how the Virtual Boy was. Like
Right.
Yeah, I think I saw those before.
And I mean, all it is I mean, it's just a container to hold the Switch, and then it has lenses in it because it uses stereoscopic 3D. So you have to have the lenses to make it work. And so yeah, it's like, oh wow, I don't think this giant piece of plastic should cost $100.
Anything to get people to buy more peripherals, man.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Well, all great choices. I think I would consume any and all of the content. I don't know if you guys would dig my Livingston Dell spin-off stand-up comedy special, but I take no offense. Quite obscure character. There are comics, quote unquote comics, who I'm sure their specials are less funny than his special would be. Anyway,
I mean, it's been rough out there. I've gotten to the point where I don't watch as much stand up anymore. The specials are just, for the most part, kind of weak.
yeah, I mean, I feel like you're probably the main stand-up consumer. What's the last good one you can think of, or one that you enjoyed?
Well, I like Soder.
Yeah.
But like his, because I watched one of his, not his YouTube one. I think it might be on HBO. I watched that maybe like, and it's not recent. I think he might be doing a special soon, but I finally got around to watching that like, I don't know, a month or two ago. And that was pretty good. I like him.
Yeah.
I like Soder.
Yeah. Impressions are
But
great.
there's other folks I like too that have watched theirs recently, and it's it's okay at best.
God, I probably haven't watched
Shane Gillis, his was pretty good.
I probably haven't watched one since like Jimmy O Yang, but that's like, I feel like that's kind of niche, like lots of Asian jokes, so I get those.
I haven't watched Kumail's yet, because Kumail put one out either late last year or early this year. I haven't watched that one yet.
Well, if you stuck with us this long and listened to all these ramblings, what's wrong with you? And seek professional help. Before you do that, leave a comment. Who are some side characters, supporting characters, minor characters from content that you would like to see, in a leading role? What'd you think of our references? Have you seen the Venture Brothers? But yeah, this has been Open World Survival Podcast, episode 8. I'm domognarigato with Godpile, Patty90X, and Mystic Fox. Shout out KevDirect. Couldn't join us today, but gone but not forgotten. Yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks for listening.
Later.